Here's your League News Wrap-Up for the week of June 23rd. I'm Laurie Okawa, League Communications Officer. Monday's Knowledge Source newsletter features on-course learning webinars. In this interim final rule, FinCEN revises the definition of reporting company to mean only entities that are formed under the law of a foreign country and have registered to do business in any U.S. state or tribal jurisdiction by filing a document with the Secretary of State or similar office. During this webinar, learn what you need to know and do for BSA requirements. The criminal enterprise is moving money that is disguised through financial institutions. Don't let the criminals use your credit union. Train your staff with this important BSA training tool and use it as part of your annual training program. Review in detail all the pain points of numerous HMDA data fields, including the always challenging action taken, application date, and many other data points. Get your questions answered and take away many useful resources. It is essential that financial institutions employ effective, independent appraisal and evaluation processes within the lending function. Review a sample residential loan appraisal and identify what you need to look for and what may cause you a concern. You will be guided through a sample written policy, procedures, and sample checklists, and discuss how to identify and correct common mistakes made during the review process. From Credit Union Webinar Network, this program will cover who has the right to endorse the back of the check and proper endorsement placement. It will also look at what happens if a check is not endorsed properly, when it may be best not to accept the check at all due to missing or problem endorsements, why business checks are not put into personal accounts, and why less cash is not given on business accounts. Credit unions cannot afford to play fast and loose with legal and regulatory compliance. This program will reveal why and how you must develop and implement strategic electronic policies and procedures. Gain the know-how to create effective best practices-based e-policies. You'll leave with tips, tools, and other valuable resources to help your credit union minimize risk, manage use, and maximize compliance. This session will review best practices for obtaining the required CTR information from account holders and completing each of the 57 fields on the form. It will walk through several examples, including those tricky transactions for joint accounts, fiduciaries, and trusts. Schedule A covers everything lending, from loans by category to commercial lending. Many consider Schedule A to be the most complex and confusing part of the entire call report. This webinar will decipher and clarify Schedule A instructions and provide examples for commercial loans, loans sold, and troubled loan modifications. From Tuesday's Big Idea newsletter, multiple credit unions have reported account takeover losses ranging from the mid-six figures to low seven figures, with as many as 1,500 members impacted. Credit unions should consider specific risk mitigation strategies, deploy strong layered security controls, and partner with a vendor specializing in taking down spoofed websites made to appear like the credit union's online banking login page. Business email compromise is one of the most financially damaging cybercrimes, with over $2.7 billion in losses. Since email is the primary way of conducting personal and professional business, it's important to be diligent about these threats when using any email account. Shazam offers protection for yourself, your credit union, and your account holders. Managing an overdraft program shouldn't feel like navigating a minefield. If your current program is in any way difficult to explain, or you've been putting off a thorough review of its performance, it's time to take a closer look, and Advantage can help. As political shifts influence Washington's regulatory landscape, financial institutions face new challenges and opportunities. Let Abrigo help you take your BSA AML exam prep from the exam room to the boardroom. NCUA introduced a mandatory succession planning rule requiring all federally insured credit unions to have a formal board-approved succession plan in place by January 1, 2026. Succession Now is a League business partner that offers smart succession planning software for proactive HR leaders, so your credit union can effectively grow its own leaders and avoid the significant cost and disruption associated with external hiring. The Learning Center can support the purpose of your employee learning and development needs, including their regulatory and compliance training requirements. By combining an integrated learning management system with an extensive library of courses, the Learning Center can maximize the training investment in your most important resource, your employees. From Thursday's Conversation newsletter, HFS Federal Credit Union has been named the best in-state credit union in Hawaii by Forbes for 2025. This prestigious recognition marks the 7th time in 8 years that HFS Federal Credit Union has earned a place on the respective Forbes list. Maui County FCU is teaming up again with the Salvation Army for its annual Adopt a Backpack program to help local keiki head back to school with confidence and the supplies they need to succeed. From June 23rd through July 19th, community members are invited to drop off new school supplies or make monetary donations at any Maui County FCU branch. It's here! Registration is now open for Discovery 2025, the premier virtual conference for credit union leaders shaping the future of our industry. This free virtual event is your gateway to the insights, innovation, and inspiration needed to drive meaningful growth in a changing financial landscape. Break down barriers and explore the strategies and opportunities that will define the next era of our industry. And that's a wrap on this week's League News. Check your inbox for our weekly newsletters. If you missed an issue, go to our website, click on Publications, and review our video and newsletter archives. And remember, keep living the dream!